Hey folks, it's time for yet another custom lesson. This one has been requested by InfiniteMist. The request is as follows. Baku with any Phantom Guardian Spirit. Soul cores will be anything related to fluidity and combos. Weapons will be a corruption-based sword and fister claws. I went with claws because claws are fun. And you get tiger claws, which is super fun. The enemies will be Hayabusa or any difficult human boss. You'll see more about that later. And last but not least, P.S. I'm a big fan. Keep up the good work. Thank you. So let's just show you the Guardian Spirit stuff I'm working with. Starting with Baku, which makes sense if you're using corruption-based things. Now, in terms of fluidity and combos, this is ultimately very subjective, but I went with stuff that I know I love to combo with. So Tate Eboshi is one of those soul cores I thoroughly enjoy messing around with. It's a superb finisher, and it feels very satisfying to hit off. And with Sword and Fists, I find that I'm really active in combat with those weapons, so it's just nice to have a little break, but kind of balance it out with superpower. So Tate Eboshi is awesome. When it comes to Soul Core rank, you may think, hey, do I need to get this to 30? And ultimately the answer is no. The only reason I have it as 30 is because of these two things. I really like Life Drain Yokai ability hit, so if you can get that on any of your Soul Cores, it's great. This anima bonus is also awesome, and I just got lucky. For me, if anything, it was a priority, it's just getting this on one of your 3 cores, but that's about it. Nothing else really matters. Next up is Kiryoki, which is a solid soul core for combos. It's just, you can throw it out and it feels great. There's almost no wrong time to use it, and I know we're dealing with human enemies and they block a lot, but Kiryoki is still overall a very safe all-purpose core you can use. And when it comes to stats, honestly, you don't need to boost this to 30. I didn't. I was just experimenting with this specific stat and I was curious about this for soul core guides, but it doesn't really matter. Yokai ability Key Pulse is, however, very important, and I strongly advise you get that, again, on one of the 3 cores, it doesn't matter where. Last but not least, Onryoki. So Onryoki is actually the soul core here. You're going to want to get to 30 simply because you will probably take damage, and turning that into an anima generator is great, and reducing the amount of damage you take also is great, especially while you're attacking. And if you're doing a lot of combos, then yeah, it's really nice. I have Yokai ability Key Pulse here. It is rather redundant, so you don't need it more than once. But what's really nice is if you get Life Drain Yokai ability hit, then Onryoki actually feels really, really good. I'm surprised at how powerful it is, and yeah, I actually personally prefer it over Kasha for the life drain. Just my personal opinion. Now, for the secondary Guardian Spirit, I was thinking about dealing with human opponents, and one thing that can be very frustrating against humans is just you can't generate anima. So I wanted something that would allow me to generate anima, not be too concerned about that. And the anima bonus Timely Guard is absolutely awesome. Everything else on this is more or less extra. It's nice to take advantage of the Yokai ability damage force boost, but really it was the anima bonus on Timely Guard that I really wanted to have access to. So that's really nice to turn something that's a defensive action, which I do fairly frequently against crazy human bosses, and turn that into an anima generator so I can use my soul cores and kind of keep this sense of fluidity in play. So continuing on, I picked Mezuki, which overlaps kind of with Tate Eboshi, but I have to be completely honest, Mezuki is one of the most satisfying soul cores for me to use, period. It is just so fun. I love it, and I strongly recommend you use it, which is why I'm using it here. So Tate Eboshi is a little different in how its role can be used to help knock down human targets, but Mezuki is just so satisfying to use at range, and many human opponents love to backdash, and Mezuki just cleaves them asunder. When it comes to soul core rank, it is not important to boost this up whatsoever, unless there are stats you are attached to. The only one I'm attached to here is Yokai ability Key Pulse. Next, to assist in fluidity once again, we have Aberrant Soldier. This is the second soul core and arguably the most important soul core to get up to rank 30. Anima bonus Timely Guard does stack with Rokugezo, so basically after every Timely Guard, you're going to get 5 anima back at least. I mean, in this case it's 5.6. You'll probably get 6 or more. It's awesome. So totally recommend it. Also, efficient yokai abilities is great so that you can get even more anima back. I love this soul core, especially for the stats. The utility of this ability for quick combos is great, kind of like how Kiryoki works. Last but not least, Seto Taisho. A soul core that I think is vastly misunderstood, but feels so good against backdashing humans. You don't need to boost this soul core rank up at all. I just have the anima charge bonus, which is great, but none of this is necessary. If you want to go for it, farm your specific anima bonuses, but it's not important whatsoever. This soul core is a lot of fun to use, and when humans backdash, you can just laugh because, as you may notice here on the tooltip, that's a pretty huge shockwave, so I love using it, and I strongly recommend you use it in this setup. So that's enough about my choices. Let's just show you some Yokai Shift shenanigans so you can be familiar with what's coming up. Alright, let's get on to Yokai Shift. So I'm just going to pop it right away without any hesitation and just show you some of the things you can do. It can be remarkably powerful if you know how to use it well. So of course, Baku's Guardian Spirit can be very handy for the paralysis. And yeah, it's pretty devastating just to doing the charge attack and then Kiryoki all on its own. You've got two shockwaves that you can combo with. But what about Tate, Eboshi, and Onryoki? Those are admittedly going to be a bit more of a commitment, but equally as awesome. As you can see there. It's a real powerhouse. So I'll show you a couple more things with Brute, but this is very much going to be a powerhouse. So definitely take advantage of that. Yeah, it's devastating. And as you may notice, we do have access to Confusion courtesy of the corruption properties from Baku, and then we can charge up with our Brute attack to also inflict fire. So you have the potential to do whopping damage on top of the stuff already. Now what about Rokugezo? Rokugezo is going to be a little interesting. I have to admit, Yokai Shift stuff is going to feel weird with the setup overall, but it is pretty solid, as you may see. It's pretty fun. Alright, let's kill him maybe once or twice with this. I wonder if the cleave will hit. Nice. Very nice. Sweet. So yeah, I would say overall the Yokai Shift package is more or less gonna feel a little awkward simply because so many of these soul cores are really powerful. But I would say it's a lot of fun. Now let's show you some weapon-based combos. When it comes to weapon-based combos, we have tons and tons and tons of options. It's ridiculous. I'll try to show a couple of things, but honestly, there's so much to do, I'm not going to be able to conceivably cover it all. Alright. Like, that's really cool. Isn't it? So that's one example of something really cool. Alright, let me break that down again. That's actually something I saw from Last to Load's video in one of the combo mats that I had with him. It was really cool. But the idea is you do Flying Fist, Archer's Impact, and Tiger Claws. You gotta time it right, more or less. And then you can do Severing Spin by canceling stuff, and then using the Soul Core after is something I added in. He used Jutsu Cancels, I generally don't use them. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. I'm sure you guys can break that down. Obviously, Fist is a combo machine in its own right, so there's just too much to cover. So I'll just try to show a few things that you can use with the Soul Cores. Ooh, devastating. Get stomped. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. And you may think, hey, aren't I gonna run out of anima by using these cores? Nope, that's why we do timely guards. Get used to that defense option, and you don't really have to worry too much about anima generation. Here we go. Oh, okay, I was hoping to do a battering ram. Alright, let's do some other things. Because you have the potential for non-stop pressure here. Here we go. Very nice. Create some distance, and cleaved. Beautiful. Don't worry if you miss for whatever reason like I do. Seto Taisho won't miss. I mean, look at this freaking shockwave, dude. If you need to see its value, I mean, of course I got my soul core guides. Nice, hit it all the way there. But yeah, it's quite devastating. Alright, let's see what else I can try to show you. I'm not going to be able to pull all this off against enemies because it's just kind of difficult to remember them first thing. But here we go. As you can see, very fast paced. Using these two weapons, it feels great. Alright, what do we got? Very nice. Oh, I botched that up. Oh no, not good. Oh boy, not good. Sweet. It definitely is going to take some practice, but do I love it. Alright, show you a couple more things, and then I know you're going to want to see this used against a boss, so... Oh, actually, I'll show you one cool little combo. This isn't the one, but I'm just going to kill him anyway. Not even able to get Beyond Infinity off, but that's okay. I'm going to show you a punish that involves Timely Guard. I should have done that first. My apologies. Alright, so I'll show you this. So you're dealing with human bosses. They're doing an attack you can parry. Here you go. Very easy punish. Just, you timely guard them on the ground, and then you get them on the ground, and then all of a sudden you use Onryoki. Don't like that? If it's a human boss, they usually get back up. Tate Eboshi is brilliant after. Are you joking? Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna try this again. Because that pissed me off so much. Alright, I think I show this punish in the video. I do it many times, so let me just demo it here, and then you'll see. Alright, stab them on the ground. Human bosses usually get up the moment they do. Tate Eboshi should knock them down, as you see, or if it doesn't... Oh my god, okay, you're done. So yeah, that's one thing you can do. When they get back up, use Tate Eboshi, and then you can punish them after. Even if it doesn't knock them down, no big deal. Alright, let me show it one more time. Are you kidding me? Tate missed because of the darn wall. This isn't going well, I'm sorry. This should though. There we go. Okay, I think I'll leave it at that. The suspense is great, but I'm pretty sure you would much rather see these against bosses. And damn, does that look cool. I will see you guys momentarily. Alright, let's put this to the test against everyone's favorite Saito Toshimitsu. So believe it or not, he doesn't have the most ki, and his attack actually isn't particularly high, but nonetheless, he's very frustrating because he attacks so quickly, and he sucks. So let's open with Tate Eboshi to knock him down and dispel that curse right away. The biggest trouble that I find players are going to have, myself included, is just getting into an established rhythm against this guy, because he's just so weird and so passive, it's just going to throw you off. So fortunately, I'm able to capitalize on the anima bonus courtesy of Aberrant Soldier's Timely Guard stuff, and it really helps. But other than that, this fight feels really awkward. I mean, you saw just moments before, he avoided my Onryoki, like he just dodged a whole football field away. Why, I got no clue, and it's just very strange. So I need to make sure I can control this guy, and fortunately the tools we have at our disposal can make things so much easier. I was comfortable enough to throw out Seto Taisho and then do Severing Spin, which felt great. I'm comfortable enough to use Kuroma's Sword Dance, And anytime I get one of those blocks, I'm able to get some anima back to throw out things like Mezuki, which feels so satisfying. There I make sure to confirm Onryoki. I'm taking quite a lot of damage. I need to be very careful. I nearly died there, which is why that life drain yokai ability hit helps so much with keeping that fluidity up. I know you wanted that, so make sure you get that stat if you can. Otherwise, just be tanky. It's really just up to you. And now we're going into Azuna drops as we near phase 2. And it is important to just shut this guy down, and the Azuna drop helps so much. And we have access to that courtesy of our sword and fists. And with all these combos, it feels great. My priority is to also make sure I have enough anima to counter his burst attacks while keeping the combos up. It works really well. I mean, look at this non-stop combo action. I'm not really letting him get a single attack in whatsoever. I'm able to comfortably use some combos. Even if I'm messing up, which you can see that I have been, I'm still able to shut his attack like that down, which felt extra satisfying to do. Here's a good example of Life Drain Yokai ability hit working really well. Does a good amount of damage, staggers him, and allows me to keep the pressure going. Pretty sweet. I imagine with the proper build, you'll do a lot better than I do here. Now, I was trying to figure out when he was going to do a burst attack. He's just not, because Saito sucks and is inconsistent beyond belief. But yeah, I've nearly taken him out. So when it comes to the finishers, I was trying to do the really cool one in the dojo, and you're going to see that I get close, but I just whiff the inputs. So it's pretty tough to do on demand, but it is very satisfying if you can pull that off. So I hope you can learn it and pull it off, even though I wasn't able to here. So yeah, that's it, right? No. It's not it. We are not done. There is something else in store aside from laughing at Saito, so let's get right to it. Ren Hayabusa! Damn right we're fighting this prick. So let's go. How are we going to control this guy who basically has a command grab? That's what you're going to see. We're going to turn the tides against him so easily. It's ridiculous. Tate, Eboshi, oh, look at that damage. So Ren actually has the same key as Saito, but you're really not going to notice because Ren is like actually fun to fight compared to Saito. At least in my opinion. You have so many options that you can use, and even if it is a crazy stressful fight, it feels pretty good to triumph over. Yeah, I almost died there, so spoke too soon. There's the anima bonus Timely Guard taking into effect, allowing me to use soul cores like Mezuki. It was a high risk maneuver, but man, you gotta go for all those risks. And that's why this fight can be so exhilarating when you pull off such sweet things such as that. Alright, anima bonus Timely Guard, take into effect once again, and check this out, ready? Ooh, that was awesome! Very satisfying hit, felt really earned. Used Onryoki right after to punish him after getting all that anima back. That anima bonus Timely Guard really coming in handy, and I'm able to use all sorts of things. Seto Taisho on reaction to get that that fireball avoided. I had the anima to do so, and it's just non-stop combo action. It feels so good to shut him down. It feels earned. I cannot overstate that. So we're getting pretty close, but again, you can die really quickly. You run out of ki, you're basically dead. So you gotta maintain the pressure. You gotta be confident, aggressive, not even greedy. You just gotta be crazy. But fortunately, Tate Eboshi seals the deal, and we've taken out Ren Hayabusa. Man, that was an adrenaline rush, and I'm sure it will be for you too. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was fun, educational, and I will, of course, see everybody next time. Take care, everyone.